Hello, it's Newt at Learn to Play. We're going to do another episode today, and that episode is going to be around Total War Warhammer. As you can see there, we're going to be looking at the Beastmen DLC content that's just come out, and yeah, I'm not particularly happy with the price tag, to be honest with you. I was 50-50 on whether I was going to purchase it. $13.99 is a little bit steep in my opinion for one playable race. Not particularly happy with that. But that seems to be standard practice at the moment for Activision. Unfortunately, with the Warhammer series, the Total War series, it seems to be getting worse and worse now. Every new game that they bring out, they just seem to try and milk us for DLC. Unfortunately, though, I am a Total War geek. I've been playing it since Shogun first came out, so I do, if I can, buy the majority of it. But if I'm honest with you, 14 quid for one race is getting a bit steep for me, but we're going to try it out today so you guys can see it, and then obviously you can make a decision on whether or not you want to go ahead with it and obviously purchase it. So let's get started. Campaign. They have, magically, it's really nice of them giving us two campaigns. You've got the grand campaign now where you can play as the Beastmen, which is pretty cool. Two different starting locations, but we'll go into that in a second. Now we've got this other secondary campaign, An Eye for an Eye. It seems to be a small campaign that relates specifically to fighting the Empire. As you can see, it's like a separate map, and I think it's to do with the lore, if I'm honest with you, of the Beastmen from Warhammer. I'm not a big geek on the Warhammer lore, so I'm sure someone else will be able to explain that to you. There's obviously the intro to it and all the information on it. I'm guessing it's some sort of beast king fighting some empire king or something like that. The same old. So we're going to mainly look at the grand campaign. Now this is just going to be a very brief intro where I'm going to come back to this, and actually, once I've got quite far through it and I've battered it for a few hours at least, I'm going to come back to it and do another video and tell you my true, thoughts after a fair few hours of gameplay. This is kind of just showing you and giving you a taste of the start of it, basically. So I've not played it massively. I've quickly been on it to have a look. The Beastmen play as a horde army, so very similar to Chaos. Not a massive fan of that, if I'm honest with you. I prefer just the normal standing armies where you can capture settlements, and the big thing for me for Total War is capturing cities, building them up, and creating and fortifying defensive locations, whether or not it's on the map or whether it's your cities. So it's not my playstyle, but we're going to give it a crack. You have a resource called Bestial Rage, which I'll show you when we get into the game. Obviously you can't capture any settlements, unfortunately. You just build as you move. Got some top units here, as they show you with all the races. Now, if I'm honest with you, I have seen these Minotaurs. They are absolutely badass. These are probably one of my favourite units so far. They pretty much plough through most things. Very good for breaking through. When you break through a wall, a gate, break through the gate, and then send them in to sort of knock aside all the defending units. Pretty good at doing that. And then you've got the specialist artillery. Pretty impressed with that as well. Pretty accurate, more accurate than I thought it was going to be. Quite a lot of damage when it hits. It was pretty good. This is obviously the intro. Long story short, I'm not going to read it out. Long story short is they don't like anyone and they go around killing everything and beating everyone up. Sounds good. Sounds funny. Play style, friends with no one, attack everyone, can't trade, can't do anything other than just run around killing. So that's probably the gist. Okay, so we're going to go into it. This is the two faction leaders. They actually start in different locations, which is not bad. Quite a nice little touch to it, because one starts on the Empire side, the other one starts on the greenskin, in between the greenskins and the dwarves. So one starts here. So dwarves are there, greenskins are there, and then you've got the other one, which is the left hand side of the Empire. That's the one we're going to be going for. and obviously these are the units they start with. I would prefer these starting units just because you get the giant, but you can't do much about that, never mind. But I do get minotaurs, which are pretty badass, so let's go. And I will let you watch the intro for those who want to see it. Skip ahead if you don't want to see.
Demand war on all civilization. The cloven ones answer the call. I am an emissary of such a cause, one that has spoken with brave shamans and knows their ways. I have sought out the One Eye, for his hatred of man reaches above all doors. He knows my scent and abides my presence. For now. Let us guide them to greatness. Show them where men are weak, lazy, unprepared. Kazrak thirsts for vengeance, but a single soul is not enough to appease the ruinous powers. They want it all. Send forth the gauze. Let civilization be torn asunder. Let the endless hunt begin.
So that was the intro. To be fair, it's pretty badass, and the Beastmen look like they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I do think they're probably going to be a popular faction to play as online, probably, from what I've seen so far, but we'll see how that pans out. We don't need to listen to you. So obviously you get issued objectives as per normal. I'm not going to look in them too much. Look at the army to begin with. As I say, it's a horde army, you get no settlements. You build on the move, as you can see, different buildings here to build. It looks like you get the majority of your cash, your currency from raiding as you move. So probably very similar to Chaos, although I don't know much. You obviously build as you're going. Why not? Oops. Doing the dog kennel. The den. There's some cavalry. Yeah, so obviously I can't move now, so this is the research actually. I'll do this first. Again, not a lot of research. Probably similar to Greenskins, I reckon. The way it's going to pan out with their technology or research tree. So we're going to do that one for now. A couple of things to go over before we leave it is this is your Beastall Rage. Long story short is you need to run around kicking people's faces in and winning, and your Beastall Rage goes up. If you lose, or you're not fighting, or you're not raiding, your Beastall Rage goes down. Now at the moment I have no idea what happens when Beastall Rage goes down. Hazard a guess, I'd imagine your units will start to kill themselves or disappear from your ranks or something, or they'll be weaker or something like that. Is my guess, but I'll come back to you on that one. Then you've got a couple of different movement stances here. The same with all the other factions, you have different ways of movement. Beastmen seem to be similar, but probably a few little differences. You've got this Beastmen ambush. I'm not sure why, but it seems like they're trying to make you ambush people or favour ambushing people. Don't really need to at all. I don't think they will anyway, at least because some of the Minotaurs and the Giants, I think will plough through anyone. So why you need to run around ambushing, I'm not sure, but that's one movement style. It's kind of actually your default, if I'm honest with you. I think this raid are kind of your default movements, so maybe it's just a bonus and I'm just being harsh. And you get your raiding stance, obviously reduces your movement range looking at that, but you get income as you move, so I think that's going to be the one that most people, or the majority of the time, you'll be using to move through enemy territory, because as I say, I think raiding is where you're going to get the majority of your income. Then you've got this one, use Beast Pass, and this looks like it's very similar to going underground with the dwarves. One thing I would say with this, and we're going to do it actually, so I'm going to, is when you click to move, that's kind of the move over. So if you go halfway in your total area that you can move, which I'll show you now, Beastall Paths, that's the total Beastall Paths, yeah? So that's the maximum I can go. Now, if I go halfway, I won't be able to move again. That's it, movement done. Movement done and dusted. So, just be careful of that, because I've fallen foul of that a couple of times already. There's nothing else I can remember that's essential at the beginning, but this is basically as it is. But one thing I would say is this is obviously a starting area for the one faction leader. The other faction leader starts about here, I think it is. So you literally greenskins, dwarves. So it's not the best location to start. It'll be interesting to see what more they bring in actually. More factions, so on. Be interesting. But yeah, so I think we're going to leave it there. Okay. I'm going to do a video of a lot of the units in action. Just on its own, just be a quick video of me ploughing through some Empire or Dwarves, depending on who I want to exterminate that day. And but after that, then as well, I'll do some videos on a full review of the faction. And seeing, depending on how it goes, I might do a couple of other factions as well, or any new ones that come out. But thanks for your time there. Obviously, remember to like the video if you like what we're doing, and subscribe if you want to see more Total War videos, or just more videos in general, because we're going to be doing a lot of different games, and a lot of PvP as well for different games as well. So thanks very much. Speak to you soon.